Methane, sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxides, and carbon dioxide are some of the most abundant greenhouse gases. Where do these gases come from? Generally, transportation. Transportation is one of the highest contributors to climate change because it requires the use of crude oil-based diesel and gasolines, and when burned, they emit these greenhouse gases, soot, and particulate matter into the atmosphere.
Both methane and CO2 emissions, which are a form of pollution in certain areas of the world, they are looking for ways in which to reduce that. From a societal point of view, we're reducing not just the particulate emissions that come from gas flares, but once we get into methanol, we are able to use that as a fuel for cooking. We can use it as a fuel for automobiles and all kinds of heating purposes. Methanol is a great solution for heating. It's also great to make electricity. No emissions. Methanol has no emissions. So people don't have to absorb and suck in all this CO2 and NOx and pollution.
A way that the GasTechno team is fighting back against pollution and greenhouse gas emissions is by substituting biofuels for crude oil-derived fuels like gasoline and diesel. What are biofuels? Biofuels are a renewable, eco-friendly, clean-burning fuel that is made from living matter. So, if the entire world population were to use biofuels instead of crude oil-based fuels, we would be doing three things. 1. We would avoid the toxic byproducts that are released when we burn crude-based gasoline and diesel. 2. We would limit CO2 and methane emissions. And 3. We would provide a way for carbon dioxide to be absorbed by the production of biomass. Interestingly enough, biodiesel is more biodegradable than sugar and burns up to 75% cleaner when used instead of crude-based diesel. Biodiesel is better suited for car engines than conventional diesel as it leaves less particulate deposits and offers greater lubrication.
In 2015, we were awarded the Department of Energy grant to take our proven process and convert the methanol into diesel fuel. And we have proven now to be able to convert our methanol liquids into a diesel blend stock, which is clean and green. So we are on the forefront right now of developing perhaps what could be in the future one of the most preferred diesel fuel blends, if not a diesel fuel replacement for our process.
The science is very compelling. Instead of long-chain hydrocarbons, the patented GasTechno process includes a synthetic fuel which is similar to diesel but has interspersed oxygen in between each carbon atom. This oxygenate-based diesel burns cleaner, producing no soot and particulates, which are often linked to lung disease, and is free of nitrogen and sulfur, which is a contributor to acid rain and pollution. India has recently been making moves in the methanol world as the National Institution for Transforming India, also called NITI AOG, reported that they are targeting 15% methanol blending in the next few years. In an ET Energy World interview with the chairman of AOG's Expert Committee on Methanol, Anisha Dutta talks about larger plans to structure the methanol economy and ramp up its production and uptake. Mr. Dutta explains how they have created a research and development team that has influenced industries to start working on pilot methanol producing plants. They have identified areas where the coal to methanol and natural gas to methanol technology projects could be developed within India and have found companies successful in setting up large-sized plants for coal and natural gas to methanol production in China to support the country's transition to a more economical and cleaner burning methanol fuel. Dutta says the Indian government's major objectives are to reduce the country's crude oil and refined products import bill and further reduce carbon dioxide emissions to reach the Bharat Stage 6 pollution specifications. Methanol's low cost and its ability to be made from a number of local resources is spurring innovation and advancement. GasTechno has developed a unique process to produce methanol from within a small shipping container that yields big opportunities. The process can convert waste gas, such as that produced from municipal solid waste or biodigesters, into methanol, ethanol, and formalin. From these basic molecules, they can easily build this clean-burning oxygenated fuel.
These small cookie-cutter type plants can be replicated very rapidly And there's also the opportunity to go larger. So we could convert gas volumes on the scale of, say, 5 million cubic feet per day into high quality chemicals where those chemicals are needed. So we could site our plant next to, say, a biodiesel plant or anywhere where there is a methanol demand.
We'd like to get this in front of customers around the world, especially farmers that have a lot of waste from pig manure and chicken manure and cow manure and these types of things that can be biodigested into methane. We'd like to get our technology out in front of these people to say, we can convert your methane waste stream, your pollution, into methanol.
For more information about GasTechno and their modular GTL in a box plants, please contact Walter Bredenstein.